this conversation. Let me just hit start. Here we go. Yeah. Yes. Shane, ask your question one more time.
You've never had a fucking Taki?
No, I haven't,
What?
honestly.
So like Takis are
They sound
like
terrible.
no.
They look terrible.
No. Takis are amazing. So like when you see like hood folks and they love like and they love like the flaming hot like
Yeah.
Cheetos and shit, and you're like, those are not that good. Like the flavor of Takis is what they're experiencing with flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, but I don't like the heat from flaming hot Cheetos.
Oh,
It's too hot for you.
No, it's not even just
I
too
mean,
hot.
hot.
It's the kind of like I don't know what they use, if they just like use a powdered capsaicin or something like that to get the spice, but it's not like a fucking jalapeno or a fucking habanero or something. Because like I can deal with that, like real spice, but it's something else, dude. That's chemical spice. It's like a chemical burn in my mouth, and my people have done enough with the fucking gassing and chemicals. Okay.
Oh well, Jesus walks. Run the intro.
Well, let me just find that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, anybody else who's really watching, if you are, I am Isaac. Next to me, my good friend Shane, and below me, the man, Jovan, the hot one,
I will not below you.
the war horse.
There is a pay-per-view going on, but also it's a Saturday at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Whoever
Is it
Facebook
what?
user
Yeah,
is.
It's a ROH.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I don't give a.
You're not missing much.
I mean, I like absolutely want to watch that double dog collar match, but
It's the last thing. It's got to be the last thing on.
I've also got no interest in watching Shane Taylor Productions versus Swerve in Our Glory with no context and no ramifications. I'm very sorry. Not for $40.
There's got to be some skin in the game for you.
There's got to be a ramification.
There has to be a goddamn TV show. To be honest, there has to be some again, you're not paying $40 to watch some random indie house show, which is pretty much what you're doing.
You're paying to watch
GCW all the time.
Else.
Yeah, but
I feel like there's more entertainment value and more storyline in GCW.
And GCW is also $24 for like 2 pay-per-views in a weekend.
$5 a month.
Oh yeah, because they rolled out the new. I'm gonna have to subscribe to that because
it's pretty badass, dude.
Just a crazy good deal.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah. Well, anyway, fuck that pay-per-view. We watched a better one. And by he laughed. He laughed so hard that he muted himself.
I hit the fucking button. That's how hard I laughed. Oh, jeez.
Man, yeah, no. But before that,
what are we drinking?
What are we drinking? That's a good idea. What do you got there? I see you have a beer.
Yes.
Of sorts.
Well, Jovan has a solo cup full of water.
I bet it's not water today.
It's Kool-Aid. Come on.
It's 7 and 7, a little bit of holiday cheer.
Oh shit! Look at you go. All right. I've got a tall boy of the Budweiser Heavy, a tall can of Freedom, made in like owned by a Belgian company, I think.
Very, very nice.
It says Freedom like Belgium.
I've got Wolf's Ridge Brewing, which is a local brewery. They're bourbon barrel ladies who brunch. I'm doing it's like a barrel aged breakfast stout. It's got maple and shit.
Breakfast. I saw breast milk.
Yeah,
I was like a breast milk stout, man. These fucking hipsters are going crazy, man.
Only if it's 100% Cambodian. That's the only way.
I got these too.
Oh god.
Oof.
That's the strawberry lime tequila and the blueberry lemon mint
Man,
vodka.
boys, we started strong. We had 4 viewers immediately, and 4 minutes into the broadcast, we went to none.
Yeah, well, you know, they were all
Well,
here. They were all here for something else. They were like, "Oh
ROH
man, they're going to talk
fans.
about ROH," and we
Uh,
we rained on their parade. Yeah,
fuck that. No, I'm just joking. I love
yeah, they'd
ROH.
have to get someone like Big Bill
Yeah,
in there to really make a difference.
You know, that's one of the worst names ever, Big
it's
Bill.
it's so bad. And like W Morrissey's pretty bad, but like
Big
Big
Bill is
Bill,
horrible.
Big Bill. What?
Big Bill.
Yeah, I'm still wrapping my head around that one. It's just like it doesn't make any sense. Oh my, look at that fucking freeze frame of me, huh?
yeah, look at you.
That's a
You're
good one. That's
Nice.
actually like, oh god, it's point of no return.
There we go. That's
yeah, no,
better.
absolutely. You look
Good lord.
pleasurable there.
I was very happy in that moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got
We
ROH update. I'll do it throughout the show, I
okay,
guess,
yeah,
if I
yeah.
just put it
What
on.
happened? What happened?
Brian Cage comes out like it's Halloween. He's wearing a cape and a Mortis mask, I think, or a
Oh
Shao
my
Kahn
god,
mask.
Mortis.
yo,
Jesus
yo,
Christ.
yo, shout out Mortis.
Shout out Mortis. We're
Mortis.
gonna talk Mortis a little later.
More of this.
Oh my god,
Uh,
fucking Mortis.
and here
That
comes
with the most vicious chair shot I think I've ever seen.
dude. No, that guy that nobody talks about in wrestling took like the worst one I've seen in a while.
I've seen some bad chair shots in my day, but yeah, that Mortis one to Raven was fucking brutal. I was like,
Oh,
God damn,
here comes Dalton Castle and the boys.
with the boys. All right, well, we got Ring of Honor going. We got some drinks brewing. I'm gonna take a quick dab.
And boy, do we ever have Slamboree
We
1998.
do. We have
Woo!
Slamboree '98 fucking coming in strong.
It actually, if you take the two last main event attractions, that wasn't a bad show.
That's what WCW does, though.
Well,
Like,
there's other. The
there's
more I
other
look
not so
through,
good
yeah, there's
stuff.
some bad shit in here, but this emanates from the Centrum in Worcester, Massachusetts, May 17th, 1998. Yeah, pretty boring intro package for the night, just standard like this is what's happening, but it wasn't like as bad as some of the other ones that we've seen recently from WCW.
It's WCW versus NWO package.
Yeah,
Versus Wolfpack versus Black and White versus themselves.
they're all
Versus the
NWO and they're
world.
all hate each other. Yeah, and they come in and it's we got a pretty good announce too. Like one of my favorites from this era is Tony Schiavone, Bobby the Brain, and Mike Tenay,
Yeah.
which is a solid lineup. They
This
spend a lot of
this Tony
time
Schiavone
gossiping.
looks like what I think Shane would look like if he cuts that mustache off. Because if you don't know, that mustache isn't a comic mustache. That's Shane's
No.
actual mustache.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no.
heard this was your costume. Were you at
Yeah.
what? Explain this place that you went because I don't fully understand what
Okay,
the.
so what COSI is it's downtown Columbus, and it is like geared towards like young teenagers and younger kids, like just science exhibit, but they like constant. It's not really a museum, but it's kind of a museum. They have like constantly like rotating like showrooms and stuff. Like they've had like the whole dinosaur bone deal. They had like a human body exhibit where they had like actual like preserved cadavers.
Yeah.
And,
Bodies,
like,
dude. The bodies
you know,
exhibit. I
yep,
saw that
yep,
shit.
uh-huh.
That
So
shit's
so so
wild, bro.
so yeah, so they had that there, but they also have like rooms where there's just like kinetic energy and it teaches you about like, and there's like fun games to play that like teach people stuff. Like I said, it's really geared towards kids, but it's a lot of fun. But they were having a 21 and over like COSI After Dark 80s theme night with with a band playing. So everybody was wearing their Zubaz and MTV hats, and
Did you
people
have your
were.
Zubaz on?
No, I literally did not dress up in the slightest except for this mustache.
You got called out for it.
No,
Ooh.
I kind of called myself out because I really could have just lied and been like, "Oh yeah, I grew it out," and then I could have went for the phone number. But then I went for comedic gold, which was being honest.
Yeah, it'd be like,
Um,
no, it's just
Yeah.
What's wrong with my mustache?
Yeah. And then
that's just
she went, "Oh." And then I went, "Yeah, but I know the people in the band that are playing." And then she went, and then just
Oh.
walked away.
damn.
Smooth.
Savage. Wow, that's great. I love it. That is the comedy gold that we love from you, man.
She walked away talking about my dad knows this band. No, I'm just
Yeah, probably. Like I said, I made a concession for all of you. I went
Yeah.
for the laugh.
You made an impression, my friend.
Yeah, you did.
And
That's some
at the
Yeah.
very
memory.
least,
Bro, I'm sure that
she'll
she
remember that.
she forgot me by the next morning like any other one night stand anyway, so it's all right.
Oh,
Except for Isaac's, because he leaves him a little gift to remember him by.
goddamn, dude.
Takes the shit on the floor, slides it under the bed.
Dude,
Find that later.
the worst one night stand I ever had
Oh no.
was I was living in Burlington, and
Cocaine.
I went to an Immortal Technique concert,
Oh god.
and I got like almost blackout drunk. I was like very on that edge of blackout drunk, where I remember what happened, but functionally I was not in control. It was
You're not functionally in control when it comes to pussy
I know.
anyways,
So
dog.
imagine 10 vodka sodas deep, bro. So like my friend's girlfriend is there. My neighbor's girlfriend is there, and she's there with some other girl, and she looked great to me. And so we're dancing, we're doing our thing, and then like we all ride back to the apartments complex or whatever. We were in the same car, and like we get out, and this girl like tries to like bang me on the back of somebody's truck, like just in the parking lot. And I get inside and like
Go
for a
for it.
few hours, and like as we're going against more and more sober, and it's like the Coyote Ugly thing where you're like, fuck, I'm gonna have to like chew off my arm to get out of here. And they just came for us like, you gotta, it was like 3:34 in the morning. It's like, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm sorry, you gotta leave.
I gotta work in 3 hours.
Yeah. And she's like, how are we gonna get home? I was like, I'll call you a cab. And then I was like, it's waiting for you. And then I closed the door.
Take the $40.
No, I never called the cab. I feel so bad saying that. I just went to bed.
Bro,
he passed out and she was at the door.
Oh
Isaac.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I was
bro,
like,
he did like the inverse where you drunk order food on Uber Eats, you go to sleep, and then you wake up, it's on your doorstep the next day, but it was the girl.
He opens the door. What have you been doing?
Who the fuck is this little troll on my fucking doorstep? She's like,
who
it's
the
me.
fuck are you?
God damn, this bitch ugly.
They're not 10s after you wake up. I'll tell you that right now.
I feel bad because she was like a good person too. Like she like like legit. She like worked for like a kids charity that like.
She probably shouldn't be trying to fuck people on trucks, then, dog.
It was her, dude. It was her, fuck, man. They're fucking. The details are flooding back. It was like her first day off in like a month and a half because like the halfway house she worked at like was just had a ton of kids there, so she finally got a night off.
She was gonna get it in. Oh.
She said, "I'm willing to do this by any means necessary" on the back of a truck, and then she just end up sleeping on your fucking porch, dude.
I don't even know,
she
dude.
slept in that truck.
It was in downtown Burlington, so it wasn't like there weren't options on where to go, but I was fucking not concerned at that point as to what her options were.
You
And
did
it's good to get that off my chest. I don't feel good about that. That's why it was the worst one.
Yeah, I could see it was really eating away at you.
Thank you. Yeah, I ran into her later at like on Church Street. She was like at like a lemonade stand for the kids shelter she was working with, selling lemonade. And I was like, fuck.
How'd that conversation go?
Oh, I just walked.
Did the cab get you home? That's the only thing I would have been like, hey, did the cab get you home okay?
No, I just didn't even make it. We just.
I mean, was there any eye contact? Was there like? Do you
I don't
think?
remember that detail. I do remember being like, I really should go like at least like buy a lemonade.
Man, you
Just
could have
so-
Yeah,
buy a
yeah,
cab.
no, no, just buy one lemonade. Don't mention anything at all, and just walk away.
she was hammered too, so there's a chance she doesn't remember either. She's like, "How the fuck did I get out on the street? Where
Yeah,
the
she looks.
fuck?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like,
I
hey,
was
like,
at
I'm
a
so sorry.
concert."
Yeah, hey, I'm so sorry about everything that happened. Who the fuck are you?
She wakes up outside of
dude.
Isaac's house. Fuck, I did it again.
God
They
damn it, not again.
So
Could have stopped sleepwalking.
I need to stop having days off.
yeah, no wonder why
Yeah,
I work so fucking much. This
that's
shit
why
happens
she-
every time. I
why
wake up on
she
the
had days
stranger's
off.
porch.
She's like, I just got to work all the time, otherwise I fucking black out.
My fucking ass hurts.
End
Oh,
up on
yeah.
some dude's patio.
So
I got a
like
lot of
like wild
embarrassing
shit
ones.
happens at Immortal Technique shows. I wasn't
Yeah.
I wasn't here for this, but the last time Immortal Technique played Columbus, he played at a little venue called Scully's. And like one of my buddies like ran the show and like booked it and everything. So he was telling me that I guess like during like the VIP like meet and greet shit or whatever, some dude like some lady was like, quit fucking grabbing my ass to this dude. And Technique and his like his main guy that's like always with him, I can't remember his name, caught up and just beat the dog piss out of this dude.
Damn.
And like picked him up and like threw him outside and just walked back up and just continued on.
Mortal Technique's an asshole too. Like he's a fucking dick. Every time I've like interact with him, he's just a dick. Which I get. Like the dude's fucking been through fucking some shit. So, but yeah, Technique concerts are fun. I think I've seen him like at least 4 times. But you know what I haven't seen 4 times, or even well, maybe I have seen it once. Is
At least once.
Eric Bischoff versus Vince McMahon on a WCW pay-per-view.
Hey, he got that win.
Dude, they really built
I'm
this
gonna be
card
honest.
around the
I
Vince McMahon
definitely
Eric
just skipped
Bischoff.
through that entire thing. Like I saw him walking to the ring, and then I can skip 20 minutes. of this
I
show.
was laying down watching and I think I fell asleep during the match right before that because I woke up to the referee counting to 10 and I was like, yeah, of
He
course he
showed
didn't
up?
show up. That was what I woke up to. But yeah, just the build around it, and we talked about it, and it would have been so smart if Vinnie Mac had just shown up,
Yeah.
right?
Hire
But
a
like
Vince impersonator.
I doubt they would have even let him in the building had he.
Yeah,
actually-
no, but again, he could have then, there would have been he could have documented somehow that he was there and been like, look, I tried to go wrestle this match, but
Yeah.
but they wouldn't let me in. They're fucking cowards.
That would have been the best thing. Just be, I can't get in this building.
Yeah.
I've been here for 3 hours.
God, dude, and like the guy out, like the head of security going out with the pass. Be like, I got this VIP pass. Oh, there's a dressing room in there. I bet he's got catering and like, dude, they really fucking spent a lot of time building
make
to
it
this
look
match
like
that was never gonna happen. And like, oh man, that was
Speaking of a lot of time, our first match of the evening is Chris Benoit versus Fit Finley for which title is this? The U.S. title or was this the TV title?
TV
title.
TV title. Yeah. I guess he had like Finley had gotten it from Booker T on Nitro a few weeks before that. And Benoit, beat the shit out of Booker T to get his shot at the title the next week. So here we are. This is honestly like it wasn't as fast paced as I thought, but it was a good match.
It was technically sound.
Yeah, it was technically sound. I mean, and especially towards the end when they let go a little bit, it ramped up. This match would have benefited from having like 3 minutes shaved off of it.
Did anybody else fear that Finley's balls were going to slip out?
I mean, I didn't. I mean, honestly, I was kind of looking forward to it.
I was hoping for it. Yeah.
He was like a weird Irish Larry Bird, and my whole thing was like, God, I hope his balls don't come out.
Yeah, it's funny because you said fear when you meant to say wish.
Yeah. I mean, emotions can be confusing, but we're here to help you.
Pause in the action. We have new ROH. What is it? 6-man, 3-man, whatever the fuck they call it.
Oh,
Tag team champions.
the Gates of Agony won.
The Gates of Agony won against Dalton Castle and the boys. One of the boys just got utterly destroyed. So, Brian
Oh.
Cage for the win. Who
Oh,
better?
Oh man, then Brian Cage, Christian Cage,
Hangman Cage.
Hangman Page in a cage versus
Christopher Cross Cage.
Carrion Cage.
Carrying.
Yeah, this one was what 15 minutes long.
Yeah, like it was technically sound. There were just a lot of rest holds at the beginning, a lot of this era shtick, which again, like in context of the era and when not comparing it to something like GCW or AEW, or I mean, or even current WWE, it makes it more tolerable. But looking at it through wrestling in the year 2022, it was boring through like the first half. I mean, period.
If you're not a technical fan, you're not going to like this match because these two guys leaned on the holds, on the locks, the reversals, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And like really basic technicality too, like not like a Zack Sabre Jr. or like a like a Bryan Daniels. I mean, and again, this is 1998 on American wrestling television, so
they did have that
day.
spot where he dives at him and he fucking hits him in the head with that crazy fucking chair shot. Finley to Benoit.
Well, yeah. So they had Finley grab the chair and then try and use it on Benoit. Doesn't work. Benoit hits him with the chair. The referee decides to do nothing. Benoit does his like suicide dive through. Oh boy, he does that.
Mark that.
Yeah, he does the headfirst dive through the rope. Finley chucks the chair, hits him directly in the head, and then Finley tries to hide the chair.
Yeah,
what's happening?
It was wild.
It was a good chair shot if it was on anybody other than Chris Benoit.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed this one, and I would go so far as to give it 3.5 stars.
I'd give it a 3.
I had a good time. I don't know. This was like one of the matches that like I was like, God damn, they just worked. I mean, they worked snug. They are hard hitting. I don't know.
Yeah,
worked for me.
You were just waiting for that shillelagh poke.
It worked for me. Yeah, I was waiting for Hornswoggle to come up and hit someone in the nuts.
I was gonna give it a 2.75, but I want to take a sip of my beverage. I think I'm gonna bump it up 0.25. Agree with Jovan at a 3.
All right. Well, let me see here. Oh, the old Mel Dog gives it 3.25.
Right in between.
Right in between. I guess I need to drink that. That brings us
straight
to Jesus Christ. This match was Brian Adams, not the singer Brian Adams, but some other dude named Brian Adams with Vincent versus Lex Luger.
I gotta tell you, I didn't actually watch this match. I had the audio on, and it was playing. Instead, I played Skyrim.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah, they banged some. They beat each other up a little bit. I mean, at least it was fairly quick.
It was big, meaty men slapping meat that you don't want to see.
5 minutes, and then there was like a fucking weird looking torture rack
because he couldn't get his hand over.
That's a variation.
Yeah, and
that was spot on, Shivani. Spot on.
Yeah, that was whew.
Yeah,
that was
it was
as
a
bad
Lex
as
Luger
it,
match.
Yeah, I can't. It's got to be the worst match of the night.
Oh no!
No.
If
it
would have
good.
been if it would have been 10 minutes, you might be onto something. But being at 5 minutes,
Yeah,
at least it was a squash.
It was bad. Half a star.
Half star is correct.
Half star is right where it needs to be.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to add. What's Meltzer got to say?
What'd Meltzer say?
Oh, we might be fucked.
He gave it a 0.
No, he gave it a 0.5. Look at Isaac.
Yeah, half star. Plus, we got a clusterfuck, boys.
Oh no, this is 10%. I have to watch UFC tonight. God damn it!
I'll take drink my tequila then.
No, pound your beer.
Oh, my tall boy.
That's what she said.
Fuck, these things.
He said, "My
There we go.
tall boy."
Oh, I got one more drink. If I finish that, I'm gonna vomit.
I feel like I need to go grab another drink. I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, no, me neither. Go ahead,
No
Jovan.
one was.
Yeah, go. This was early.
Oh man.
Yeah, Jovan,
Okay.
go grab your beverage. Me and
Get
Isaac will
back.
cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some burping and make some
Oh.
awful sounds into the mic for all the people who aren't watching.
Oh, what the fuck, man? This is not what I wanted.
No, this is.
Fuck.
This is. You
Dude,
know what?
it's
This is it.
It's a 10% breakfast stout.
Yeah, that's terrible. This is a big tall boy, and it hurts. It's cold as hell.
I'd rather have the hurt than the. Anyways, so
Hey, everybody. We're watching.
Slamboree 98.
Slamborees.
You know, Isaac, you know, after the little bit of a week you've had, man, I think that you need to pound the big tall cold boy, man.
I'll finish that. I've got half of that, dude. It has been a week, man. Motherfuckers PayPal me at Isaac Aggressive.
He'll show you a picture of his toes.
I'll show you whatever part you want. You want my big ass hemorrhoid? You got to pick. No problem. $10. I don't care. Well, it's just me now, ladies and gentlemen. We were all gone. Can't get rid of me that easy. It's just me now. It's not just me. We're all back.
Sorry, I was trying to collect myself.
Dude, you collect all you need, man. I'm here holding it down, keeping things together.
We let Isaac hold it down.
Yeah, no, I've done this before. You know, this ain't my first rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. This is my third rodeo.
Man, Jovan, welcome to SGS, buddy.
SGS.
Thanks.
Yeah, this was your.
Man,
you just pounded a 7 and 7 at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, man.
Yeah, 4 where he's at.
Oh, 4, yeah.
Yeah,
Are you? Did you go get another one, Jovan? Did you?
No, I got replaced it with something else. Yeah, that was bad.
I mean, you got more alcohol. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Third match.
So we got a goddamn cruiserweight battle royale with fucking Chris Jericho coming out and giving the most savage introductions I think you've fucking ever seen.
This was my favorite, probably segment on the night as a whole.
It was
just
really entertaining.
At
first, I was like, Jesus Christ, and then it grew on me so quickly. So it's the Cruiserweight Battle Royale. The winner gets to face Jericho for the Cruiserweight title. You had Super Callo, Chavo Guerrero Jr., Damian Ciclope. Sorry, I'm just reading this, so and I'm a little drunk. El Dandy versus El Grio versus Juventud. Marty Jannetty was in there for some reason.
What did Jericho say about Jannetty?
He said something about what a great he complimented.
He was like,
him.
What a rocker! Some bullshit.
Yeah.
He was talking about Psychosis having fucking hubcaps for sale after the show.
Kidman, Evan Karagias, Lenny Lane, Psychosis, Silver King, Johnny Swinger, and Villain 04.
He said if he wins like 10 more matches, he'll get upgraded to Gold King. That was
he was savage, dude. One
of the best things about WCW at this time was their commitment to just letting Jericho go do shit.
Yep.
Whether it was the 1001 hold bit on Nitro around this time, where Isaac, do you know about the 1001 holds for Dean Malenko? This is kind of what led up till later. He literally started reading because Dean Malenko's man of 1,000 holds. Jericho's like, oh, well, I'm the man of 1001 holds. He starts reading off of this long scroll.
I remember the list.
Yeah, and then
armbar.
Did you know that he kept reading in the course of, because it goes to commercial, and he keeps reading through the commercial. Because people were like, man, people were still booing. Like, he was like, yeah, I didn't shut the fuck up. He was like, I kept reading.
He came back with arm bar.
So many arm
Um,
bars.
But yeah, I mean, the battle royale itself was nothing to write home about. It was just, I mean,
Getting down to the finals, I can't remember who it was that fucking
it
threw
doesn't.
himself out the ring.
It was Juventud.
Yeah,
Was it?
Juventud does.
No, 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 no. Not the very end. The guy right before that, he goes like to the corner and just jumps over the corner for no damn reason.
Well, that's a big Hispanic thing, right? You saw what's his name do it in WWF in like the early '90s. Was it oh, I can't remember who it was, but
It's like, what are
anyways,
you doing?
so
Yeah, and then yeah, Ciclope unmasked himself at the end, and it was Dean
After-
Malenko.
after Juventud just shook his hand and hopped over and agreed to lose, and the crowd went fucking
Oh.
bananas.
They were
Mhm.
savage for that moment.
It worked.
It was awesome.
It worked so well, him like unmasking and the commentators losing it. And then he and Jericho went and put on a really good match. Not a
Yeah.
great match, but just a really solid, technical, faster paced than the first match deal.
Yeah, and I mean
Yeah, I mean, there
the
wasn't.
battle royale was. I mean, I think we have to rate them separately.
I
Yeah.
was gonna rate it as one segment, but
Oh,
I mean, because
interesting. There
so
was no bell to end it and start the next one, so that you
Yeah,
might have a point.
I would. I mean, and again, they did them one right after the other. If it was battle royale earlier in the night and then match later, I think you rate this as one segment. But Isaac, if you feel strongly about it being two,
Well, I mean, I'm gonna say if we want to continue with our matching Meltzer ratings, we'll have to rate it as 2. But if we want to rate it as 1, we can.
well,
We can do whatever the fuck we want, dude. It's our
let's-
show.
SGS.
let's do two, and then we'll do a combined rating. Okay, we'll meet in the middle.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
worries, man. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, I think because I think the Malenko match and the Jericho match was like way better, obviously, than the cruiserweight battle
Of
royale.
course.
But the cruiserweight battle royal was very entertaining. Probably 2-star entertaining for what it was. I enjoyed it. It was fun,
I've got
especially by the end. I was into it, so like it served its purpose.
I've got it at like a 1.5. There was a lot of people in that match that you just knew weren't going to win, but then Copley goes and wins. So it had enough intrigue. It was pretty short. You had the luchadors.
Jericho gave what Johnny Swinger and Villano 0 out of 10 chance.
0 out of 10.
Yes.
I can't remember who it was. He was like, "Oh yeah, this guy right here might win. He's got like a 5 out of 10 chance."
Yeah, but 0 out of 10 for fucking. Yeah, that got me really good.
I'm gonna give this a 2.25 just based off of Jericho's commentary.
Yeah.
I was entertained.
Sure. You know what? I'm gonna bump it up to a 2 for Jericho's commentary. I didn't include that. It definitely,
All right.
definitely
So we
deserved
got 2s. Are we? You're at 2.7, you said?
Yes.
2.25.
And a 2 and a 2. We're at 2s, Shane. All right.
Yes.
Meltzer gave it a 1.25.
Why is he hating on the Royal? It was
I
good.
don't know. All right. Well, that brings us to the Jericho.
Isaac. Yeah,
We'll
like,
get you
Jericho
Isaac
Dean
next time.
this match was not a barn burner, but it also didn't really need to be. The barn burner itself was him coming back, right?
Yeah.
They put
That
on a
pop.
they put on a very competent match, super well worked, if not a little forgettable as far as the match itself. But again, the whole moment was based around Dean Malenko returning and taking the championship back. So I like the match enough to give it a 3.25.
Mm.
Yeah, it was solid. I really want to agree with you, but I'm really scared of drinking much more. 30 minutes into the
No,
podcast.
come on, dog.
3 and a,
Don't be a
it
bitch,
was.
dude.
You're right, though. You're right. It's 3 1/4.
So here's my thing. I'm a Jericho fan. And this match, just the build, the way, the pop of the crowd, I was super into the actual match just because of how much the crowd was into it. Commentary was putting it over like $1,000,000. He's doing it for his father, damn it. It got me. I was into it. He did the Texas Cloverleaf. I mean, come on.
I love the finish, how they played it up and he got super close, and then he's 3 feet, 2 feet, 1
Yeah.
feet, and then he drug him away. Oh, he's 20 feet. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, but that all played into it. That
Uh.
made the match to me better. And I'm with you guys at a 3.25.
Meltzer gave it a 3.25. Yeah, he did.
I'm not re-upping. Fuck that. God. We've been SGS.
Wow.
Clusterfuck number 2 for the night. Oh, man, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Well, I wanted to give it a 3. I was just like, I'm gonna give it a 3. Save myself the trouble. I was like, no, my natural reaction was 3.25. I was like, maybe Jovan will save us. I peeped. Whew, all right.
I need to chug this beer and then go get more. Oh no, dude! Me and my dude on UFC nights, we bet beers on the fight, so I'm gonna be chugging like 5 more. Son of a fucking bitch!
You better go get some Bush Lights, bud.
I got a Bush Heavy right here, baby.
Oh, you gotta go light after that.
Yeah, Sandman, that bitch.
While Shane drinks and goes and gets another beer, we can talk about the shit that he's skipped, the Vinnie Mac Cam segments. Because this is the one where it's like the white limousine pulls up, and like the security's walking around and being like, "What's this?
I've never seen a limo before."
And what's his name? Dillinger there comes up and he's trying to look in, and he's like, "Oh, if Tony Schiavone says if Jim Ross comes out carrying the bags, you know it's Vince McMahon."
That was a good shot. I like that.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah, that shit. Oh my god, it was so dumb. I mean, it was just the dumbest shit. Like the whole idea of like, oh, maybe Vince will show up is like, no, he's. And they spent so much time. They spent a half hour of this show on that.
Yeah, if you put all of it together, all the camera shots, all the is this Vince on the paper? How about?
Oh my god, yes, the fucking like an X-Pac. I love that X-Pac is on there.
Yeah,
like he might show up.
He might show up. You know, DX. You got to watch out for those guys.
Big facts. Those guys are trouble.
Oh, fucking.
They're degenerates. They're true degenerates.
They're true degenerates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Degenerates from Generation X.
Yeah, the fucking Vinnie Mac Cam, dude.
That was
unbelievable.
Terrible.
The whole idea of it is like it's so WCW, and it's like
so Bischoff.
Yeah, and there's something about it that like just reeks of desperation, right? Where it's like you're so busy taking shots at like the big dog that like Man, even
I'm having flashbacks of how we said this about AEW before. Shit.
But it's true. It's the same thing. Like even like the shit on the door of like Vince's locker room, the reason for the ratings.
The reason for the ratings, yeah.
And you're like, guys, like this makes you fucking look pathetic. And like it's I guess like yeah, if you're like a fan, if you're a mark for that, like for that company, then yeah, it's gonna be funny. But for anyone else, it's just like why are you wasting your time on it?
I mean, I think there is something to be said about the WWF at the time participating, but they also did it a lot on weekly free television. Like, WCW has allotted a lot of this fucking pay-per-view. You know what I mean? People paid what were pay-per-views around this time? Like
Oh, probably 50, 60 bucks.
At this time, I would have
Yes.
guessed like $39.99.
They were more
Oh,
expensive.
really? Wow.
They always started at like 50 or 60, man.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, WWF usually it was $50, 60 for WrestleMania.
I remember when I was a kid, right? So you guys are a little older than me, so you guys remember this time. I remember like 2005, 2006 shows were like $49.99.
Yeah. That was usually where they started at 50.
I just remember having to beg my parents, right? It's only $50.
Only $50, you ungrateful little fuck.
Jovan,
you know how many dicks I have to suck, Isaac, to get $50? Like, sorry, Grandpa.
Your grandpa was a man of the people.
Oh man,
Jovan, I gotta tell you, man, 2 clusterfucks within the span of 5 minutes.
We've never done that before.
Is an all-time SGS moment.
Absolutely is.
I don't know how we're gonna get
my stomach hurts.
So we're going on. We were just talking about the Vinnie Mac cam. We were talking about them talking shit, and while they were doing that, they were lowering the steel cage. Oh, dude, you're doing whiteface? That's bullshit.
No.
Hello. I am White Man. What's your credit score?
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to keep my eyes open.
Oh, yes. Would you look at my brand new Tesla? Yeah, it's the Plaid.
What kind of IPAs do you have?
Yo, that's me, dog. Don't talk shit
about my culture. An Americano sounds delicious.
No, you can keep the coffee.
You got any kids that you want to let me chop up and put in a blender? That's a white guy thing, right?
Damn.
That went a lot better than what I thought it was going.
It's a Dahmer
good
thing.
on you, Isaac.
So speaking of brutality, we have a Bowery death match, which is basically a last man standing match in a cage between Diamond Dallas Page and Raven with a roof on it. And you know what, dude? I fucking loved this match.
So
I don't know if it's just because I'm drunk at this point, but I had so much fun watching this shit. I was like, what is happening here?
Like, I don't know. I know I've watched this show before. I don't know, like, I tend to turn on wrestling as I'm going to sleep. So I've seen like the first 2 matches of a lot of shows, but then the middle gets kind of, iffy. And then sometimes the end, I'll wake up and I'll see a match or two. I don't know if I've ever seen this match. This match has to be like the spiritual predecessor to like TNA's Raven's Clockwork House of Horrors, right?
Yep.
So Isaac and TNA Raven had this match where like one side of the ring was a steel cage and then the other side was barbed wire and then one side had like hanging electrical and the other side was open and there's just like mines on one side and there's just fucking weapons everywhere. This had to. I mean, am I wrong, Jovan?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're on it. Yeah.
I'm not just like
we need to watch
fucking
TNA.
Getting drunk, and you're just. This is wow. No, we watched that first TNA pay-per-view ever on SGS with the Johnsons, the 2 guys that were dressed up like penises.
We
We watched the Lockdown. I think we watched.
We'll have to show you good TNA.
Yeah, we want to watch good TNA.
Not the ROH
wheel
update.
Go ahead.
We have breaking ROH news. We have a new ROH Pure champion. Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler took the belt off of Daniel, huh?
He fucking was just elbowing the fuck out of him for the win, and Daniel looked like he was dead.
Who was he fighting? Daniel Bryan?
Garcia.
Oh.
Yeah,
Isaac, you would love Daniel Garcia, dude.
Yeah.
Like 100% love Daniel Garcia.
Big fat dick guy? Got a nice cock on him or what?
No. Strong wrestler, beat the shit out of you, guy.
He just kicked the belt out of Wheeler Yuta's hand. Then he picked it up and gave it to him. So he wouldn't do the code of honor, but he gave him the belt.
Oh, okay. They still do the code of honor shit?
Yeah.
You have to. You have to. Ring of Honor.
Did they ever stop?
No.
Okay.
Just some people don't do it.
Just curious. Well, I guess it makes it more important when they don't do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like Jericho not doing it is a big deal.
yeah, fight without honor matches.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in the cage. They are fucking busting out everything from VCRs to signs to
Dude, they
That
spent
cookie
so
sheets.
VCR.
much time on commentary. That's a VCR. Oh my god! It's like, yo,
Should have
they're
pressed
hitting.
pause.
Yeah, they're like
It's the
hitting each
first time
other.
in our whole
They're hitting each other in the head with cookie sheets and aluminum trash cans, y'all. Like a VCR is not that far like
from that.
removed from
There was so
what's
much shit.
happening.
Honestly, this was like pretty entertaining. They both did a really good job. This is on like for what this match type is, and Jovan, you don't really know. Shane knows how much I fucking hate a last man standing match
Yeah,
because it's a
hates it.
match. It's a match where it's just a referee counting to like 6 or 7, 35 fucking times, and then
This is
eventually
true.
he'll count to 10. And it's obnoxious, it's annoying. And somehow they made this entertaining. There was some really good shit going on in it. The way they brought in fucking like the riot squad, the dudes with the fucking guns. Legit, like, do you see they had fucking pistols on their back? Which I
Yep.
Uh,
was like, what the fuck? And then
Nightsticks.
what's his name came running in to help, and like there was a lot of like they cut the chain on it, like
It
the outside
was
interference was fun, and
like
then the after was like my favorite.
There's
But
no way this match is coming on next.
there's a good couple diamond cutters in it, and yeah, DDP
they
ends up.
run an FTR versus
They're running
Briscoes now.
FTR and Briscoes right now. It's the second match of the
Wow,
It's
card.
5:37.
they're gonna put Jericho versus Claudio as the main event. So Claudio's winning, right? He has to win.
He
If
has
if
to.
they've
I don't
chosen,
believe this.
That's the only reason why they would put that on last is to give him that belt and give
Yeah.
him that moment. Because otherwise, what the fuck?
God.
I mean,
That,
because FTR versus Briscoes 3 is why people are buying the show.
that's
Period.
$40. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's it right there. Anyways, yeah, the match itself, I think that some of the overbooked lateness honestly hurt it just a little bit. I think it was done well. I think it was fun, but it was to the level of WCW overbooking that
Oh, it was
Yeah.
like
crazy
There was too
overbooked.
much shit that happened.
But it
Way
was,
too
yeah.
but it
much.
was
And
fully
it
entertaining.
was too much shit in the match as well with not enough variety. Like
My
through portions of it, it felt like they were just picking whatever up and hitting each other with it rather than having any sort of plan. And like Isaac, I know that's your thing. You like it to seem a little bit more, you know.
yeah, it's
Chaotic.
like I wanted to seem like
Yeah.
a fight. I mean, my
So
biggest concern was the cage making it look like shit.
Dude, I like the fact that he almost fucking hung Raven. That shit was badass.
That was crazy, right? I'm sorry, yes. But
That was
Shay, you were
great.
saying, I like that chaotic shit, but
yeah.
you're not so much.
Yeah, no, I mean, but like, I don't know. It felt different than a lot of things WCW were doing at this time. And it felt like something that they tried that shouldn't have worked that did, which in this company, when you're like, oh, that's not going to work, it never works, right?
That's
Yeah.
all it
Um,
did.
you know, I mean, it told a good story, and obviously with Mortis returning at the end and taking off the
Dude,
mask, destroying Raven, and
that
you know,
shit was wild.
becoming becoming Chris Canyon as you know
We know now.
as we know now.
Dude, that
You know,
moment, dude, that headshot with that chair where you and first of all, I think the thing that like really tipped me on that the end of this and when he comes in and fucking does all that
Yeah.
is this man put handcuffs on like 6 people,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he didn't fucking botch a single one of them. It was quick. He got the handcuffs on. There was no hesitation and like I was not like I'm just saying I was really impressed at how quick he was snapping those cuffs on people and getting them
Yeah.
hooked to the cage.
I mean,
Because
Isaac,
you see you see those moments and like they sound great when you're saying it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, and then you're gonna handcuff all these people, and then you're trying to pull like a pair of handcuffs, one of 7 out of your pocket, and it's just a fucking clusterfuck. And it was so smooth. The whole thing worked really well.
Isaac's
and
talking about being somebody who's fumbled handcuffs
Nah,
before.
man.
It's
Yeah.
not easy.
I've been thrown
Um,
in some handcuffs in my day, man. It ain't always easy. But no, in that chair shot, he's got fucking Raven up and fucking
Yeah.
dude, he
Jesus pose.
destroys him. Like
I think it was something that overall worked. You know what I mean? Because DDP won, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
he
So
won with that
DDP
last
won.
diamond cutter,
D-
and
D-
the finish was great, even because they were both down. He was giving the count to them both,
yeah,
and Raven sort of moved, and Dallas barely got up to his feet at 9,
yeah.
and then collapsed back down, and like it was great.
Raven, even though he lost, he won. He got to be Jesus and get hit in the head with a chair and do his
Sacrifice for our
Antichrist. Yep,
sins.
yep. Do his Antichrist thing. And obviously beyond all of Canyon's everything else that happened in his career. You know what I mean, in WWE, and obviously beyond until his passing.
Fuck, you're making me drink again.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. A baked
But
potato.
they really created a star tonight. I mean, the Jersey Triad with him, eventually DDP and Bigelow. That dominated the later couple years of WCW.
And he was so fucking good, man.
Yeah, I mean, the match itself to me was like a 2.5. But overall, the segment and everything that came from it, good enough to give it good enough to give it a 3. Yeah, I agree.
3. Solid 3. I really like. I went into this being like, Jesus Christ, this is such a Bowery fucking death match. I'm like, great. Here's another WCW gimmick match, and the match itself was fun. There was some crazy shit. They hung fucking Raven in it, and then then you had all the interference from the fucking flock. And then the way that was dealt with worked really well. And then like you said, like, man, dude, what a great like introduction to fucking to him. And 3 works for me, man.
I'm gonna go a little bit less.
Sure, Shane.
Just because my potential favorite spot didn't happen because Raven couldn't pull it off. He couldn't get the fire extinguisher to shoot, and that pissed me off. And I love that spot. Just imagine like fire extinguisher into the fucking DDT would have been great, but he couldn't do it. He had to hit him in the stomach and then DDT him. But for those reasons, I'm going 275.
Imagine
Jovan, you're
if
not
that.
drinking anymore. You can just agree with us to punish Isaac and I. Like that, like that is an option to you.
I didn't want to be a dick on this one.
Don't you do it, because I don't think. Well, I don't know. What did you give it?
Don't you do it?
275.
275. Simon Dallas Page. 2.5. He gave it 2.5. It's a really small rating. It's hard to read. That leads us.
Diamond Dallas
It leads us into actually another pretty fun match, eh? We got some fucking fun stuff going on here, eh, boys? More Vinnie Mac Cam. This is my favorite spot of the Vinnie Mac Cam shit, because it was the guy standing there with the fucking like the photocopy of like X-Pac and fucking Stone Cold and Vince and DX and probably somebody else that I'm not remembering. And he's standing at the entrance, and someone's like walks by, he's like, "Oh no, I'm just checking," and you're like, "For what?" That this like this guy, what, he might be Stone Cold? Like, what the fuck? It was so funny. I fucking lost my shit. But then they go back to the fucking ring for Ultimo Dragon versus Eddie Guerrero with Chavo Guerrero. The stipulation being that if Dragon wins, then Chavo will be free of Eddie.
Yes.
So his verbal commitment.
His verbal
this shit was fun, man. This was a fun one. Yeah,
it was a good match. This is kind of my feeling over the whole course of the night, is it feels like everybody's kind of holding back, because you know what I mean?
I like that.
Like It's overall a good night, but it's overall like, man, this could have been one of the best WCW pay-per-views maybe ever.
Well, the card is incredible.
Yeah, I mean it's put together super well. I mean, and like they put on a really, really good match, right? You had your typical Eddie versus Ultimo Dragon, hold versus hold, whatever. But it's all
Flips
set
and
to yeah, it's all set to the tune of Chavo versus Eddie, right? Ultimo Dragon is almost
You
a
should, yeah,
is almost a placeholder in the match.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like, there was never a sense that he was going to win.
No.
He was just sort
No.
of there,
I don't
and
even think
yeah,
he had any of his big moves.
but
Yeah,
it was
no.
fun.
I
It
mean,
was
Yeah.
yeah,
fun.
it was crisp, it was solid. I mean, the story they told was good, but I can't remember a single spot in the match. I can remember a lot of Chavo and Eddie interacting.
Yeah.
I can remember Chavo fanning the Ultimo Dragon off to like encourage him and get him back in the ring. I can remember at the end of the match
I remember
Chavo
a frog splash.
trying to run interference. But I can't remember any of the actual in-ring work, and honestly, that's an issue.
Yeah.
Um,
The story outside was way better told than the story inside the
yeah, I
ring.
mean, in the post match with Chavo
Yep.
just losing it and giving in and turning to Eddie's side and finally, and just slapping the shit out Ultimo Dragon and then kissing Eddie on the cheek and
They're like,
Hmm.
he paintbrushed him.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
that was
it
good.
worked super well. But as far as me giving it a match rating, even with the end of it included, I don't think I can give it any more than a 2.5. And that really,
Damn it!
I mean, that really sucks. But it was like a 2-star match because it wasn't bad, but I can't remember anything exceptionally good. Plus a 0.5 for after it, and we're gonna drink even more, Isaac, which means that Jovan should definitely rate it a 2.5 because that's what Meltzer rated it.
Oh yeah. I was like, where are you going?
I said 2.5 already, didn't I?
Did you? Oh
Oh,
I don't
man.
know if I did, but that
oh,
was.
he,
Oh,
oh, oh,
you did. You totally did.
I,
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't, but he absolutely snitched on
He
himself.
wanted to.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I
Yeah.
think it's a straight 2.5. I think that's perfect rating for this match.
I haven't looked at Meltzer's yet, so I'm gonna do that now.
I think
All
two
right,
and a
let me
half
just take
is
a second.
great.
Meltzer
Y'all might
gives
get
Eddie
saved
Guerrero
because
versus.
Meltzer loves
No, he
Japan.
did like this. He liked this 3.25. Wow.
no.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
So,
Wow.
one sip.
Thank fuck.
you guys didn't do the
Bro,
Japanese curve for it.
Isaac has started taking little baby sips out of one shot of vodka.
Dude, I don't have the anymore. The other one. Everything else is gone. It's all
You have no
gone.
more. You have no more alcohol in the house. You
I
can't go
know.
to.
I have. God damn, I have way too much right now.
No, so you could just
So
go to the
yes,
fridge, man. You should
if
take
we get a
actual
clusterfuck,
drinks.
I have to wake up at 4.
I
every
mean, I have to
morning.
wake up at 6:30.
I have to do
which
shit
is
tomorrow.
like a 38-year-old's 4 a.m. So yes, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
So after that,
If there's a third clusterfuck, I'd go get a hot beer.
we
I just
go
didn't want
to,
to get
oh
a
my
hot one.
god, this is the match I fell asleep during.
Oh yeah, this is garbage.
This is Goldberg versus Saturn. I literally fell asleep during Goldberg's entrance.
Didn't Goldberg and Saturn put on like a pretty good match a couple pay-per-views ago, Isaac?
Yes, the
Yeah.
last pay-per-view Goldberg and somebody else did. I don't know if it was Saturn. Maybe it was. But
No,
I did not
no,
I did
this
not
was
watch this.
This is
I
trash.
I'm
well,
gonna go grab my egg roll. You guys tell me talk about
okay,
it.
That's
just for reference, whatever I rate it, Isaac's gonna rate it because
yeah.
he chose not to watch it, so that preserves the integrity of a possible clusterfuck. Yeah, no, I mean this was not good, but it definitely wasn't Lex Luger match level of bad. I mean, Saturn sold. Goldberg was in this process of at least trying out some new maneuvers.
Yeah.
To
I mean, this is
moderate success, selling a little more, matches are getting slightly longer, so they're slightly more interesting. So Isaac, you and I, because we're doing a combined rating, we gave it a 1. And I think that's fair.
I think
Okay.
you were a lot kinder than I would have been. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Bill Goldberg.
Oh, I hate Goldberg.
Um,
But it was
I,
definitely better than that Luger match,
oh, it
man.
was 10 times better than the Luger match. What did we give Luger?
0.5.
Oh yeah, well fuck, we have to give it a 1 on merit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what
it's
that
a
was my
1.
thought process.
It's a 1. Yeah. How's that egg roll, buddy? What's it in?
It's too small.
Yeah, that's
It's
a common
tiny.
issue.
What did Meltzer rate it?
What did we give it?
1.
1.
3/4 of a star.
Oh,
Woof. By a quarter of a star.
By a quarter of a star.
I'm telling you guys, if we get that,
this match doesn't count. Bischoff versus McMahon. There's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
0.
10. It was so dumb. Doesn't count. It's not. It wasn't a match. It doesn't. We don't have to rate it. It was just a waste of time. This
It was a
comes.
waste of 20 minutes of time, which is
No, it was at least 30
it was
minutes
all
of the whole
night. It
show.
was a waste of night.
At
Well,
least
no,
30
but I'm
minutes of
saying
the
just
whole
that
show.
segment. Just that segment was like 15, 20 minutes.
I know. I'm saying it was a half hour of this whole
Yeah.
goddamn show. And this brings us to another match that on paper should have been a little bit better than it was, but Bret Hitman Hart versus Macho Man with Roddy Piper as the special referee.
You want to talk about a clunky clusterfuck of a match.
Yeah.
This was it.
Some
I mean,
mess.
they bumbled all over the fucking arena, doing spots that didn't look good
I felt like it went fucking forever.
forever.
It did. It just dragged.
Roddy added nothing
Nope.
Yeah, it
other than allowing them to do a more no DQ style of match without just doing a no DQ match.
It also reminded me how much more I would rather see like Roddy Piper versus either one of them than either one of them versus each other.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
God, I can't even remember who interfered at the end. Hogan.
Miss Elizabeth. Oh,
Miss
okay. The other
Elizabeth
one.
and Hogan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have the shit WCW interference. I mean, NWO interference. It
Oh,
went so long.
if you guys want to know, there's a lot of blood in this dog color match.
It was.
Oh, I'm
nice.
sure.
It was the longest match of the night, almost 17 minutes.
Oh, and it sucked.
It was so bad.
Very bad.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like this is on par in badness with the Luger match. This is another 0.5.
I'm gonna go 0.75 on this one. It
Oh.
was. I just love Roddy Piper so much that his presence is already an extra half star for any match that he's in.
Yeah, this one's a little weird for me, man, because the match sucked all hell. It should have been way better than what it was, but it just sucked so bad. Shane, I'm gonna agree with you, man. I'm gonna give it about a half because it sucked. It just was too long, and it just wasn't watchable at points.
I mean, anything that could have went wrong with this match did. I mean, there wasn't any like horrible disaster. There was nothing to like put it farther down.
Yeah.
It's just nothing worked.
So, Meltzer here.
Yeah.
This guy David.
David Meltzer. Yes.
He rated this match. Now, what do you think?
He probably went hard on for Piper and gave it a 4.
Okay,
Nah,
Shane, what do you think, Dave?
7.5.
Is 4? What's your real guess?
My real guess is probably 3.2, 3.25.
2.5.
Wow.
From Meltzer on this.
I mean, again, in context at the time, if you're watching the stories, I mean, you know,
I guess maybe.
I
guess
mean,
you haven't seen. I guess you
Meltzer-
haven't seen. I guess you haven't seen anything that's like.
Yeah, I mean, like Meltzer and us have been really on the same page tonight up until this point. I mean, again, it was a trash match, but who knows? At the time, we probably would have been popping over it.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, talking about people catching blood in this match, now the referee has donned the crimson mask.
Wow. And this is the match they're putting on at fucking 5 in the afternoon, almost 6 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jovan,
Crazy.
so you purchased this show?
For legal reasons, yes, I did.
Oh, is there any way you could possibly, just let us? I mean, because I would like to watch that match at some point. We'll talk. Anyways,
I'll
moving
tell
on.
you where you can
Yeah,
watch it.
if you go down, if you look right below us, there's a button that says present, and you just click that. You do the share screen, share audio. We're gonna just jump off the air and watch the
Yeah,
rest
yeah,
of this
we'll be back.
match. But that
Oh,
leads us to the last match of the night, which is fucking a tag team match
garbage.
between the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, with Dusty Rhodes in their corner versus the Giant and Sting. NWO versus NWO.
Wolfpack.
And yeah, Wolf Pack. This shit was a mess.
I was fully checked out at this point.
Yeah.
Like full stop. I was
Uh-huh.
so uninterested in what was going on. Which this happens again every WCW.
Every single one.
Every single
Yeah,
WCW.
they spend the whole pay-per-view building towards the worst matches,
And it
and
sucks.
it was terrible. Nothing about it was good.
The
Scott
Giant
Hall,
is
Scott
not
Hall,
himself.
no, Scott Hall
Got all
turned
drunk as
on.
fuck.
He turned on Nash at the end with the fucking chair shot or whatever.
Yeah,
They made a
Sting was
big deal.
confused as what was happening.
Yeah, Sting was just like none of it made sense, and it was like, oh, I guess Nash or Scott Hall and Big Show are fucking Giant or tag team partners now, but Giant and Sting are tag champions.
Yeah, it made no
Yeah.
sense.
And
And
the,
then
the Outsiders are no more. It's like,
again,
yeah, it's like, what is the point of any of this? Like, looking back, the Wolfpack and NWO should have never split. If they're gonna break up the NWO, just have people leave. Like, trying to capitalize on the NWO name, but do different things with the teams makes no sense. I mean, never made any sense.
even the gimmick of like the survey of like, are you here to see WCW
Yeah.
or NWO is like,
Yeah, I mean, you've nullified that at that
and
point. Yeah.
you're watching and you're like,
It's the same thing.
You're literally saying, okay, are you here to see the brand that we're selling, or are you here to see one little bit of this, like a product that the brand is selling? And they're like,
mean,
oh,
at
we want
that
this
time-
one product. And it's like they, like had they committed, right, and gone full like this is no longer WCW at all ever. Like it's just now it's NWO. Like maybe that would have worked. Maybe. But it sure as shit didn't work this way.
No.
This match sucked.
It
It
was
sucked
slow. It
balls.
was clunky.
It was a match, but it was a quarter star.
That's definitely a quarter star.
Definitely
It's such a
worse.
horrible main event.
Yeah.
Well, that's the last of my drink.
What did Meltzer
Oh.
give it?
Huh?
Did he like it?
0. He gave it a dud.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Overall ratings for the show, boys.
Which is actually surprising for Meltzer to give that main event a 0.
He shits on WCW at this point, man. He loves the cruiserweights, but
It's true. Yeah, the overall show is typical WCW pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's wash, rinse, repeat. Same great start, hot start, good matches, nothing exceptional, but nothing that's bad. Followed by 2 to 3 matches that are just fucking dog shit that aren't worth the fucking bandwidth that they take up on the internet, dude.
yeah. I mean,
What's
what's your rating, Isaac?
the whole pay-per-view?
Yeah.
275.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this was an interesting WCW show that followed the same plot, like you said. The Vince stuff hurt the show overall.
A lot.
Yeah.
It was funny, but it's
I give it a 2.5 as a whole.
I gave it a 3 overall because I enjoyed some parts.
Jovan's
are
about
there
to
not?
puke.
Why are
I
there
am.
not?
I'm getting close.
Why are there not more titties on fucking WCW at this point?
Because
Were the
Oh, no.
Nitro girls only on Nitro?
This is what bothered me about the night too. That dude with his pierced nipple bothered the shit out of me
well,
during the Raven match.
Yeah, Miss
speaking of
Elizabeth had a run in, which was nice. That was about the
Yeah, they
only,
did.
but that was like that was it. That was was that the only like female
Yeah.
talent on the
Yeah.
whole show?
Wrestling's for men.
well, speaking of pierced nipples, we'll be back probably next week with I don't know, probably a WWF show, also from the year 1998.
Yeah, because we just did the NXT, so
Yeah.
1998. Yeah, let's.
I mean,
You know
it's gonna
what?
be WWF or NXT. It's gonna be one or the other.
Okay.
Hold on. No, we're gonna do this right here.
We're
Right
gonna
now.
decide.
Well,
Jovan's
well,
gonna vomit
On
on
air.
camera.
No, we're not.
The longer you take, the less that we have the chance of watching the end of this match. So it's ramping up.
1998. What did we just do? King of the Ring,
Slamboree.
right?
King of the
Oh,
Ring.
well, it was Ring.
In your house, 20 fully loaded.
Fully loaded. 20.
Fully
All right, love you
loaded.
guys.
Bye.
Miss
We'll
you.
see you. Goodbye.
Bye.